Hive Mind Network Online, Channel 0093. Secure uplink initiated.
And you might know me as Spoonlord on Discord, and I'm here with Codex.
Hi.
So for this week's Twitch, and we've been working really hard on the development end to have some core endgame features. So sadly, I won't be able to show you guys anything new. We've made a lot of new cool stuff, but it's all endgame content, and it's all surprises, and we don't want to spoil those surprises. But you'll like them when you see them. So instead, there's one thing that I knew we promised, which is a security seminar that Codex is gonna handle, and she's gonna talk to us about this and how she's planning to set it up and all that stuff. So take it on.
Right. So one of the things that we had in our Kickstarter was a private security seminar. I think originally the plan was to restrict it just to people who backed at that Kickstarter level, but I think at this point that would be maybe a little bit less than ideal. So I've been reaching out to a bunch of different people across the InfoSec industry, and I've got 2, maybe 3 cool folks lined up to do a chit chat with y'all. I can't say names yet because I don't have, contracts in hand, but I'm gonna make an announcement once I actually have that finished. But it's going to be September 20th at our usual time for doing the dev streams, which is 4 p.m. Montreal time. So basically, this time, September 20th, we're going to have some real live, actual human beings who aren't just me and Patrice on this stream.
Well,
so right now...
Did I say I was zoom in?
Oh, we're not real people, so...
No, exactly. Like, did I say I was human? Like,
No.
that's not been said in the Twitch, so maybe I'm not human.
You're not human. But yeah, September 20th, we're going to have that security seminar. It's going to be here on this channel at this time, and we're going to have at least two people. I'm going to send out an announcement about who they are, hopefully next week once everything's finalized. But right now I'm talking to one person who is a social engineering expert, which is really cool. And then another person who they do a lot of writing and have a lot of experience and knowledge on the technical side of things. So I feel like we're going to have a really good, breadth of knowledge. Yeah, and so basically the first half of it is going to be sort of a preset questions, sort of letting our new friends spread their wings and shine, and then the second half is going to be more like sort of a live Q&A with the folks who did have that extra fancy Kickstarter or pre-order tier for the security seminar. So we figure you'll have the ability, and hopefully you'll be able to be here. If not, we'll probably take questions ahead of time. So it'll be really fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to, learning some cool new stuff.
I think we're all stoked about that. I personally am. As I do not had any courses on cybersecurity at all yet.
Yeah, it's not going to be quite like a course. It's more going to be like almost like a panel. Like I'm working with a couple of folks who are in our community who are maybe a little bit more knowledgeable than I am about what sort of things would be cool to ask these folks. Also going to be working with our special guests to figure out, what kind of stuff they really like talking about. The whole point is I want them to be able to share like the coolest, awesomest stuff with y'all.
That's what we plan to do
We're cool
because
and awesome.
and we think you guys are cool too, so we want to share all that cool stuff with you. And so yeah, I think, well, I personally am really stoked. I've been stoked since I've heard of the idea, and I think people are glad that it's actually happening.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, I think, because we had a bunch of different people working on it, and it sort of changed hands a lot. But
Yeah.
now it's sort of like I have a date, I have a time, I have people that I'm working on finalizing agreements with. It's actually going to happen. So apart from that, the other cool thing that we've got going on right now is the iconic moments request that is I've been sharing it. I shared it on the Twitter, Facebook, forums, Discord. Right now we're in the process of sort of starting to work on the soundtrack stuff for the game. So NITE Team 4 is going to have its own soundtrack, just like, Aniro had its own soundtrack, Black Watchmen has its own soundtrack, and it's going to be awesome.
I think it's from the same guy, eh?
Yeah, it's still from Dominique. So right now what we're doing is we're trying to collect stuff to inspire him. And to do that, we sort of reached out to the players, to you guys, and we're like, send us the coolest gameplay sequences, your favorite stuff.
So we can inspire him, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Being a musician myself, yeah.
Well, like once we have a bunch of submissions from people, I'm gonna make a survey and send it out and sort of solicit people to tell them what song they think goes best with it, so you can share as YouTube links, and it's gonna be really cool. And basically, if you participate in that thing, so if you submit an inspiration like a video, you are going to get credited for the actual album, like you'll be in the album credits, your username. But then also in the survey part of things, once I have enough submissions, participating in that will possibly, maybe, I'm not sure if we're going to just like select some people who participate or just everyone who participates in that section will have access to a super special announcement and I think a skin.
It's a skin.
A skin and an announcement together, I think.
I don't even know what's that announcement.
Oh, it's super secret. It's mega secret. It's that secret you showed me. You weren't.
Oh,
you remember
for real?
that secret? Yeah, that's secret.
Oh, it's that.
It's that, yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, that's
for real.
That is a cool secret.
It's a good secret, right? It was a secret that you were excited to tell, and
I could not tell.
You could not tell. No, it's a skin that none of you guys have seen because it's super mega ultra secret.
It's are we talking about that secret?
We're talking about that secret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, was it like this?
Not the edgy anime skin. It's not a skin that you will have seen on the stream ever.
No, maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day in the future, but
not right
basically, I need to have more submissions of inspiring moments for the game so that I can send out that survey so that you guys can get the secret.
So if you guys want some cool stuff, you know what to do.
If you want cool stuff, you gotta participate and help me out, yo.
Yeah.
And that way we'll have a really cool soundtrack that really fits the mood of the game. Because you know how I feel about music.
Yeah, and like that's what I was wanting to say is that as a musician myself, I was first proposing to like my services as a musician for a game because I'm like, yo, I can.
But then you met Dominique and you're like, dang.
but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I think like I make like cool songs, like I think, like cool soundtracks, like On my own games, I usually make the soundtracks, so like, I think I have some a cool portfolio. But yeah, Dominic has really his own style, and I think it fits more in the universe of Black Watchmen, since he's the one that made like the other soundtracks. If we
Yeah.
didn't had him, it would have been, I guess, a different story. But since like he can,
Well, I mean, like, at this point, all of the Black Watchmen universe stuff all has the same like atmospheric feel to it because Dominique has that style.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's so important.
So yeah, so that's, I think it just fits, and I think it's gonna be really great, and I'm stoked to hear what he's gonna do, because we have right now in the game we have some really epic sounding music, so I'm like really curious about
Yeah, it's just
whether,
filler music though.
yeah, but like still they're really like epic, I might say, in
Oh
terms
yeah, no,
of
it's
sounding.
epic filler music.
So yeah, but what I'm wondering is that is he gonna take from that and have his own like epic like army anthem, or is he gonna be more like subtle hacking sounds, or I don't know,
I don't
but
know. It's
well,
just gonna be the entire like soundtrack to the Matrix.
yeah,
We're just gonna buy the rights to the Matrix soundtrack.
Actually, we're gonna spoil you the end of 1904. When you finish the game, there's the Matrix movie playing, and you can't close your computer.
Yeah.
You just have to watch the
You have
Matrix.
to like literally unplug your computer to make it stop. And it shows like Joy Division. Oh my gosh.
And then when you play it back, the movie starts right at where you stop.
Yeah, if you plug your computer, it's basically a virus. It's a
Exact-
virus that makes you watch The Matrix.
Exactly. Just watch the Matrix, please. Why don't you watch it again? I'm I'm sure you loved it. Come on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Matrix soundtrack would be cool. I mean,
It would. I'm sure whatever sort of direction that Dominique takes with it, it's going to be awesome.
yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. I'm confident. So while he's doing the soundtrack, it means I can develop more stuff for
Cool
you.
stuff.
Exactly.
Although we are starting to get close to the end, it feels like. It's kind of freaky.
Well, I think the end is far away from 1904. Well, depending, I
Yeah.
guess, on the sales, of course. But if everything goes well, we're gonna have more than like one season. Like,
Well, obviously, but
and if the sales goes really well, we might have like a full multiplayer concept with PvP and stuff that could be really cool. So that's what we wish for. Is it gonna happen? It all depends on ourselves, on our people are gonna actually buy it, are gonna talk about it.
I mean, I more meant like we're looking at stuff like, the soundtrack and stuff that we need to have to launch it. So it's starting to feel like
Yeah, we're definitely really close.
bearing down upon us.
Yes, we're gonna have, of course, you guys are gonna have some missions, some stuff. You're gonna have pretty much all the things you've seen until now in the game. You're gonna have like
Shiny toys.
yeah, we're gonna still develop some new stuff. We'll try the best possible to release new stuff. And I think that the reason we haven't released yet the Academy is because since we're waiting so much for content and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was the voice actors, right?
Yeah, I know. So maybe like they'll both get released together. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work out, but
we'll still.
it'll work out.
Yeah, it will work out. But yes, that's the status. The status of the game right now. We're still waiting for some content. So while we're waiting, we're developing for more end game content, mid game content. We're developing some new features, some new cool stuff, and like one of my dream would be if we could have the resource and the right idea to implement some modules that we've talked about before, but we didn't had the time to. So if we have that time before release, like just a first version of, let's say, that would be in my dream. But like the raid module, like things like that, that would be great. Um, but like I said, we haven't thought about it. I'll keep
Yeah,
designing.
I don't think that that's even
But
like you've been working on totally different stuff.
yeah, I know. But that would be my dream. Like that's a thing that I liked from the pre-alpha, and I think that we could make a much better version right now if we had the time and resources.
Yep, but we also have other stuff to take care of.
Yeah, exactly. But
So
but you still get a lot of new cool toys to play with. So
yeah, I wish we could show them to you guys. They're really cool.
yeah, no.
But we do have other stuff coming up. Like I said, we got the soundtrack contest.
Yeah.
We've got the security seminar that is next month.
Hmm.
And we're gonna definitely keep doing streams,
Yes.
which
It's
obviously like it's getting to the point where we can't show you too many new things on the
Mhm.
stream because it's starting to become, more end game content versus, fixes and improvements of stuff that you are already familiar with.
Exactly.
But it's good for us to still be able to check in with you and be like, here's the state of the game, here's what we're up to, here's, us sitting talking to our computers.
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. Like we're always gonna have like some little improvements and maybe fixes if we find new bugs, but yeah, we're mostly working on the more not first thing you'll see in the game content. So of course we're gonna have some like secret modules, secret stuff, or stuff that you unlock later that I don't want to show yet. Even like I don't even want to show the stuff that there's in the game and in my build right now that you could unlock later. You can still see the icon, and I don't even want to show you guys that. The reason is that like uh, I think that's a cool surprise. You know, your entire game you see things that you haven't unlocked yet, and you get to unlock them yourself and to enjoy that loot. uh, that's I think that's really cool, and a field that I don't want to suppress by showing too many new
Yeah,
stuff.
obviously. You don't gotta explain yourself. We get it.
But I always say that because I know there's some players that are really hyped for new stuff, and maybe they mostly listen to the streams for new stuff. But yeah, we gotta keep all the rest a surprise if we want you guys to actually like have some like cool
Yeah,
game.
if we just show you all the stuff, then you won't have anything to play really.
Yeah, like where's the cool surprises? Where's the fields? Where's the But you'll get that sooner than later, I think, if everything goes well as usual.
Yeah, sooner than a lot of folks probably think, as I've said in the past. So, but we'll see. That's always subject to change.
Yeah, exactly.
There's so many uncontrollable variables.
Yeah.
Like, what if Patrice got struck by lightning? What would happen?
Well, right now we were. I don't know. I think it would be really bad because there's me that knows the game flow as a programmer, and the other programmer that I usually work with is not there. So I have like it's a developer by contract that's working with us right now, but he doesn't know enough of the game. So I guess
What I'm saying is our bus number right now is 1, and that's
yeah.
scary.
Yeah, exactly. If anything happens to me in like the next month, I think your release, like your launch, will be
Pushback.
Yeah, a pushback, and
So basically, we have to like hire some bodyguards for you.
exactly. Please, I just want to be transported by some people everywhere I go.
I think I know a guy. I think Grisha would be on board for that, right?
I did like I can't even touch the ground, so people will have to. Then my bodyguards will have to lift me up.
Oi.
So just kidding. Well, I'll try to be healthy for the next month. After our lunch, I'll be because in a month, like our the other dev I work with will come back. So like when it'll come back, I can I can get sick or anything. It won't matter. It's just for a month, you know.
Yeah, we just have to keep you alive for a month. That's not even that hard.
Exactly. And then you can, I don't know, kill me and lay me in some, I don't know, container
I
and
feel like that's definitely not what's going to happen to you.
I don't know. I don't know since I've been working on 1904 and getting close to the Black Watchmen lore, I feel my life's been a little bit more dangerous than before.
It just seems more dangerous. You just see the danger now. So I just want to give an opportunity for folks in the Peanut Gallery, the chat, either here or Discord, if you've got a question or a comment or want to ask us about something, definitely you're free to ask. We're sort of here in this time block for y'all to chat at us, chat with us.
Yeah, do you have any questions on your side, Codex?
No, I'm putting that out there because I'm
Oh,
seeing names that I haven't seen in a little while in the chat. Hello,
oh,
Tirit.
oh. So yeah, definitely, guys. If you have any questions, right now it would be a good moment. We're just like I said, I can't show any new stuff, so that's
Yeah,
pretty
we
much
can't
it.
show the new shiny toys, but we can definitely answer questions with more questions. We're
Exactly.
good at that. Got
Can you do that? Maybe.
perhaps.
We're
Why do you ask? Who's asking?
yeah. Don't ask me stuff. I'm afraid.
You're afraid of everything.
Not even that much actually. I'm just
That's good then.
I'm just
So
there.
brave.
So I just
And showing off
well,
your skins.
I'm showing off my skins. Like I'm pretty
So
sure.
Iggy Jekyll is asking about a cross-game release event. So I don't know that I know that we're sort of tentatively planning something cool for the actual release. I don't know if it's going to be cross-game.
What do
I
you mean
do
by
know it's
cross
going to be
game?
like between 1904 and Black Watchmen, I'm assuming.
Oh, like there's an event in Black Watchmen while we're releasing 1904.
More like if there was an event, if it would be something that involved both games.
Oh,
And I don't know if it's still definitely something that's being planned. Like we're still in the planning phases of what release is going to look like in
yeah.
terms of if we are gonna do something cool with it. I mean we are gonna do something cool with it, but like what specifically cool things we are going to do with it.
Mhm.
We're still working on that.
Yeah.
I would say a cross game event is not out of the question, not out of the realm of possibility, but it's also not the current plan because the current plan is very, very vague and very, very, it's in the draft
Yeah,
phases right now.
yeah, exactly. We're still thinking about what we're gonna actually release, like you said. We're still developing our ideas. So,
Yeah, and I
uh,
mean we're planning something cool for the actual release so that it's sort of a fun experience.
yeah,
It's just what that's going to be is shifting rapidly every day. Zaylong wants to know if there's still going to be a cross-universe mission between 1904 and Secret World Legends. Um, I'm not saying no, but I am saying we've had some difficulties getting that to happen, and obviously it hasn't happened yet. We still want it to happen. There's just a lot of other stuff that's come up, and I can't really speak too much to the specifics of that, but hopefully yes, with any luck.
yeah. But definitely we would love so.
Definitely still want to.
Would it
It's
happen?
just it's dependent on a lot of different factors that the stars have not been aligning for that.
Yeah,
Just everyone is all over the place. But obviously, like Secret World's near and dear to our heart as a group, as a studio, so still would be nice to have it happen.
yeah, exactly. Um, crossovers are always nice, In general.
Yeah.
In general.
I like to have crossover episodes.
But yeah, let's say that a crossover between 1984 and Black Watchmen is more likely to happen. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that because Allison Smith is sort of in charge of both of those games, that is almost definitely going to happen because all it requires is us getting our stuff organized and not necessarily interfacing with outside groups.
Exactly.
So that can get handled with, a little bit of yelling inside the studio versus having to send a lot of emails and chase a lot of cats and.
So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at with like the crossovers. So I know that people have been asking a lot about those, and what I can also say is that we're still like developing the actual missions of 19.4. We're still developing like the whole lore. So I think it's important to have 19.4 have its own big story, its own universe, and then when that's like nailed down, I think it will be easier to just seek out like crossover stuff and be able to implement it, like be less stressed about like the whole thing in general, because we don't have to do like the
Yeah.
main story plus like trying to like crossover stuff and in your universe, whether it's canon or not.
Yeah, it'll definitely be easier to handle crossovers with, Secret World or with whomever else once the game is, out the door and once we have our whole story in the game.
Mm.
Because then we won't be, pulling resources from, from our storytelling side of things in order to you're writing in the notepad, you're such a goof. But yeah, it'll be easier for us to do that once we actually have our story written and
That's
playable.
my. You like my animation?
I love your animation. It's beautiful. I'm feeling pretty impressed with your animating skills.
All right. Well, we actually do a lot of animation in 19.4, but it's all mostly in code, so it's easier to handle. But all of those glitches and those scaling and those
Mhm.
and those fading and those, it's all little animations.
It's fun though.
Yeah, it makes the game feel alive, and the interface feel much more simple than a typical Linux interface.
All right. So I'm gonna put out one more call for questions before I
Yes.
let you get back to coding the game.
Yeah.
For those of you who might not have been here at the start of the stream, just want to reiterate, we do have the security seminar planned. I can't say who's going to be on the panel right now because I'm still finalizing that, but I can say September 20th, 4 o'clock Montreal local time, here in this Twitch channel. We're having a security powwow thingamajig. It's going to be rad as heck. First half is going to be sort of predetermined questions, chat, panel talk type deal. Second half is going to be Q&A with those of you who had the security seminar Kickstarter backer level or pre-order. And it's going to be super cool. I think you guys will be really happy with the folks that are going to be doing the discussion with us. They are really cool folks. And then the other thing that's going on right now is looking for inspiration for our soundtrack designer. If you submit, a video recording of the most iconic, the most NITE Team 4 moments in the game that you can think of, gameplay sequence, then your name will be in the album credits. And then once I get enough submissions, I'm going to do a survey to get people to send in songs they think go with the different sequences. And participating in that will give you a chance to get a super ultra rare skin that has not been seen by anyone before. But before I can do that, I need to have enough entries to put together a proper survey. So you got to do it. Log That Data wants to know if we can still upgrade to the seminar perk. I Probably you'd want to talk to Anishel about that. I don't know off the top of my head. If you send an email to the info@allisonsmith.com email about it, that'll create a ticket in our support system and I can assign it to him.
Yeah, we can, like, if it's stuff only by us, we can definitely always do something about it. If you want a certain
Yeah.
perk, um,
I'm pretty sure that you should be able to just send an email to the info@ email and be able to help you out.
yeah, exactly.
'Cause that's how we roll.
That is how we roll.
So barring any additional questions, Tyrant wants to know about merch.
Merch.
God, I wish we had merch.
That's a new
I-
thing. Like, no one's asked that before, and I think today
Are
I've
you
heard
kidding?
that.
People ask about that a lot.
For real, I never heard it.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
okay.
you weren't listening.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know Alex was yelling about not
mean-
yelling. I was having Alex yell about merch.
Oh, yes.
We want to do merch. We got sort of screwed the last time we did merch, and we're still a little bit gun shy. No merch yet. Definitely a thought. Definitely a thing we want to do.
That'd be cool.
Don't have the brain power right now to make it happen, but
Yeah,
it would be really cool. We'd really like to do it. We
Of
have to
course.
figure out how to do it still. If you guys know of a good like a t-shirt printing like third-party group that has really good customer service, et cetera, like someone that you think was pretty good at that stuff, let us know. That way we can sort of start putting together a list and I can give a list to Andrea instead of being like, hey, vague idea here.
Yeah.
It's done better when I have lists. I like lists.
The more merch we have, I think that the more it's gonna be cool. I really love merch in general. So, like, I know
Merch is
that
fun.
I know. In general, I don't get to talk a lot about merch when I'm talking about developing. We mostly talk about the content of the game. But that's a cool fact. Like I said, I haven't heard about it at all before today. Today, Alex, I know like you talked about that, and now people are asking about that. But I assure you, like before today, no one asked me about merch or talked about like official 1984 merch. Really, I know we had like the stuff from the Kickstarters, but I thought it wasn't like that wasn't like official merch, right? You can't just buy those.
Yeah, we don't have like a merch store.
No, no. But if there's a demand for that, definitely.
I mean, there's obviously a demand. Like,
Yeah. If there's a huge demand, it's definitely worth checking out.
I mean, it'd be easier if it was through another company that that handled the hard part.
Yeah. We don't make a lot of t-shirts in general, so we need someone to make them for us.
Yeah.
Cool. So, is there any more questions on your hand?
I don't think so. I'm not seeing any more questions. I'm just sitting for a second because there is a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, no problem. So, if you guys got any questions, I think it would be the time. If there's no more questions, I think we'll call it a day.
You can go continue building the game, and I can go continue organizing the security seminar.
That is always a cool thing.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. We're cool that way.
I actually realized that on our website, the screenshot for the XP score has never been in the game at all. Like, it was the first version of XP score that was designed, but that wasn't the version that was actually in game.
Yeah, we have to go through and update all the graphics everywhere. That's another thing on my list. I have a long list.
Yeah. Well, the website needs a little revamp, I think. But
yes.
But yes,
Well, The actual Alison Smith website, I spent some time, trying to recover with Kim and Sarah at one point because,
Yeah, or like our official website. I think it's okay. It's cool. I was more thinking about like 1940's website. It's
yeah, it needs a little love.
yeah,
On the list.
on the list of things to love.
All right.
Okay.
So that being said, I think we're gonna call it a day
Yes.
for the stream. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with us, asking questions, letting us make jokes about whatever it is we make jokes about. Our jokes aren't very funny. So yeah.
Cool. So, if you guys don't have any more questions for us,
Yeah, you
I
can
think
definitely you can ask any questions you might have in the NITE Team 4 Discord server if you
yeah,
want. If you
exactly.
think of anything later.
Exactly. Thank you guys for being there this week. And as for now, and I think it will be difficult to show you guys some new stuff. But if you have the occasion to, I will try to show you guys the most we can before the release. If it's not spoilers or anything, otherwise it might be more like talking session or maybe like UI sessions, chat sessions or like UI session that like we had with our graphic designer. That's a thing that could happen again. And there's also that security seminar that you've been planning. So that's for the content of all the next Twitch until our launch for now. So I thank you all guys for staying there every week, for listening to us. And I hope you guys stay tuned for the next weeks. Even though maybe we won't show as much as new content, we'll probably have some cool news to share with you guys. So stay tuned for next week. And until then, well, you can you can send us your plays for the soundtrack thing. So
please do.
So goodbye.
All right. Bye, guys.
Closing root access. Goodbye.